Soft sunlight graces the rooftops, painting the Middle Eastern neighborhood in a warm, hopeful glow. Amira stands silhouetted in her window, a solitary figure against the awakening world. Her gaze is fixed on the horizon, lost in contemplation as the sun ascends. The distant call to prayer rises, a melodic echo weaving through the tranquil morning air. The sound fades, leaving only the gentle whisper of the wind dancing through the alleyways. Amira remains at the window, absorbing the quiet beauty of the dawn. In the quiet of her small, tidy room, Amira adjusts her hijab, her reflection showing a blend of youth and fatigue. A thin mattress lies neatly in the corner, a testament to simple living. Books and a Quran adorn a shelf. Amira gazes into the mirror, her eyes reflecting a deep inner conflict. Her voice, soft yet resolute, fills the small room with a heavy truth. I am 23, old enough to know what I want, but not old enough to choose, Amira whispers to her reflection. The kitchen awakens to the scent of bread and weak tea, a humble start to the day. Fatima moves with a quiet weariness, her practiced movements echoing in the stillness. Her face is etched with lines of worry, a silent story etched in every crease. She watches Amira with a mother's concern, her eyes holding a depth of untold stories. Amira, eat something before your father wakes up, Fatima urges gently, her voice soft. The aroma of bread fills the air, a temporary comfort against unspoken anxieties. In the dimly lit kitchen, a silent dawn breaks as Amira sits, her face etched with concern and fatigue. The air hangs heavy with unspoken anxieties, shadows dancing on the walls. Amira's voice breaks the quiet. Mama, you didn't sleep again, did you? Fatima's weary reply fills the space. Your brother was coughing all night. A shared glance underscores their bond, a silent promise of resilience in the face of hardship. Amira softly enters Yusuf's room, her eyes adjusting to the dim morning light filtering through the curtains. Yusuf lies frail in bed, the white sheets nearly consuming him, a silent testament to his struggle. Medicine bottles and tubes stand as solemn guardians around Yusuf, a stark reminder of his condition. His voice, thin but hopeful, cuts through the quiet. Amira, did you bring the dates? In Yusuf's room, Amira fights back tears, a fragile smile gracing her lips. Her hands tremble as she offers dates to Yusuf, a gesture laden with unspoken emotion. The air is thick with suppressed feelings, a silent promise hanging between them. Of course, she replies softly, her voice catching slightly, betraying her inner turmoil. Her eyes lock with Yusuf's, a poignant declaration echoing in the quiet room. I'd never forget you. The kitchen fills with the heavy tread of Ahmad, Amira's father, his presence immediately imposing. Ahmad's voice cuts through the morning quiet. Why is breakfast late? Fatima stammers, caught off guard by his tone. Her words tremble with a mix of fear and apology. I'm sorry. She attempts to explain, desperation lacing her voice. Yusuf, he settles into a chair, his gaze intensely fixed on Amira, a silent interrogation in his eyes. Ahmad's sharp words slice through the tension. Excuses don't fill stomachs. His gaze intensifies, driving home the point. You're still not married. In the kitchen, Ahmad's weary face reveals his resolve. Amira watches, her expression a fragile mix of hope and dread. Ahmad breaks the silence, his voice heavy with a decision. I spoke to someone again. Amira's plea hangs in the tense air, her voice laced with worry. Father, please. The weight of unspoken fears fills the kitchen, as the future hangs precariously between them. Sunlight floods the kitchen, each dust mote illuminated as Ahmad and Amira stand amidst a tense silence. Ahmad's serious gaze is unwavering as he breaks the silence, revealing a name that hangs heavy in the air. His name is Hassan, Ahmad says. He owns businesses, properties. He is respected. Amira fidgets, her eyes darting nervously as she gathers the courage to respond to her father's words. Amira's voice trembles as she begins to object. Father, he is... Inside the kitchen, Ahmad stands firm, his voice gaining intensity. Fatima's gaze is downcast, a silent contrast to Ahmad's rising passion. Ahmad's voice echoes. Hold? Yes. So what? Stability has no age. Silence hangs heavy as Fatima absorbs his words, her expression unreadable. Ahmad's voice breaks the silence. He can pay for Yusuf's treatments. He can lift this family out of shame. Amira's question hangs in the air, laced with vulnerability. What about me? A heavy silence descends, amplifying the unspoken tensions and unspoken fears that permeate the room. In the kitchen, Amira faces her father, Ahmad, across the table, the weight of unspoken words hanging heavily in the air. Amira's eyes blaze with determination as she breaks the silence, her voice resonating with newfound resolve. Father, I want to choose who I marry, she declares, her words a challenge to tradition. I want love, respect, I want to be seen, Amira pleads, her vulnerability exposed in the stark kitchen light. Ahmad remains silent, his expression unreadable, as his daughter's heartfelt plea hangs in the balance. The kitchen smells of disinfectant, a stark contrast to the comforting aroma of tea. Worn cabinets and old linoleum tell tales of time in the small, cluttered kitchen. Ahmad's stern voice breaks the silence. Love doesn't pay hospital bills. Amira's eyes flash with defiance. I am not a transaction, she declares, her voice trembling. Ahmad retorts coldly, You are my daughter, and this family comes first. Dim light paints long shadows across Amira's room as Fatima enters, a heavy silence hanging in the air. Amira sits on the bed's edge, her form trembling with suppressed emotion, a portrait of quiet despair. Fatima's voice cracks with empathy, a raw ache resonating in her tone. My heart. Tears stream silently down Amira's face, reflecting the dim light like shattered stars. Fatima's helpless vow echoes in the room. If I had power, I would stop this. In her small room, Amira stands, her face etched with worry. Then why don't you? Amira asks, her voice tinged with desperation. Fatima's weary voice cracks. Because I am tired, because we are poor, because Yusuf might die. Silence hangs heavy as Amira struggles with Fatima's bleak words. Amira covers her face, a gesture of utter despair. In the soft glow of a bedside lamp, Amira kneels on her prayer mat, a figure of devotion amidst the still of night. Tears stream down her face, each drop a glistening testament to her inner turmoil and silent prayers. Her voice cracks with emotion as she pleads, Ya Allah, don't make me choose between my freedom and my brother's life. The weight of her impossible choice hangs heavy in the air, a palpable burden in the quiet room. Don't test me beyond what I can bear, she whispers, her words a raw, desperate plea against the encroaching darkness. In the dim of her room, Amira sits on her bed, her silhouette framed by the window. City lights flicker outside, painting her face with fleeting shadows. Her gaze drifts over the cityscape, lost in thought. A resolute glint sparks in her eyes, cutting through the darkness. Amira's voice, soft yet firm, echoes in the quiet room. If my life must change, it will be on my terms, even if the cost is everything.